Now, given we've got 2 coins in the same place, can we make it a spill? That is, oh, that's nice, that's interesting. Certainly sounding hopeful. Probably the most hopeful target I've had thus far. G'day everyone, welcome back to Sunstate Metal Detecting. Just a quick little metal detect today from Pioneer Park in Nanango. We've popped out today to see a few family and friends, and been able to sneak in probably about an hour or so worth of metal detecting before we've got to head off home. So we'll grab the detector and the rest of the gear and see what's left behind near this, well, what used to be an old train station. Interesting. We've literally just got underway, and I think we've got our first target here. It's a 25-26. Very, very close to the surface here. You can see quite a few ants crawling about down there, so I'll try not to get too close to them or upset them. Yeah, just in there. It's not too far under the surface. So we'll just pop the grass up like so. Sounding a lot like a 2-cent piece, I suspect. A little bit further down, I think. And that'll be what our target is. It's definitely not a coin. In fact, it looks to be maybe a lid off something. It's got some sort of rubber. Don't know about that one. It's a component off something, but not a coin. We'll continue. Got a fairly hopeful sounding signal here. Possibly 2 actually. We'll see. They definitely, when we go into single frequency, they definitely sound like they're a nice sort of standard shape. They're not anything too out there. So this one's right into surface here. That sort of signal definitely correlates to our modern gold coins, so it could be what this is. Let's see if I can get that, find what it is. So I reckon if we can find what one of them is, we know what the other one is. Down here further apparently. Oh yeah, there you go. There's a $2. Okay, pop that in my pocket. Good. And the other one was just up here. Yep. I reckon that's probably going to be the same sort of thing. I'm going to readjust you there just slightly. Let's get some of this grass up. And let's see if we can spot it. There it is. Oh, and that's another one of these coloured dollars. Another donation dollar. Alright, $3. Now, given we've got 2 coins in the same place, can we make it a spill with a third? We cannot. Alright, I'll tidy those holes up and we'll continue on. Well, I've made a beeline straight for the shade because it is just so hot out there. It's late afternoon, it's still got to be 32, 33, something like that, and the humidity on top of that is out of control. Anyway, in the shade, a solid, like a really solid 1920 right there. Small target, and I don't think it's going to be very deep. It's probably just underneath this leaf litter here. Let's see if the pinpointer can detect it from the surface. Sure can. Yeah, it is really, really shallow. Just brush the leaf litter away carefully and see if the target reveals itself. Not seeing it just yet. It's unfortunately just an old, very screwed up bottle cap. Sounded really solid though. Anyway, that's all. We'll keep going. Another decent signal on the way back. 2122. I'm gonna guess bottle top. Yeah. Not entirely convinced it's a coin. Yeah, it's right. It's not far under the surface. I just get the feeling it's not quite a perfect shape. Like it's not quite perfectly round. Yeah, it's very much not perfectly round. There you go, some sort of a brass plate. Alright, we'll continue. We're just about to get started out here on a little metal detecting adventure. I've perhaps stupidly decided to try and beat a storm. There's a great big storm possibly on its way towards us now. I reckon I've probably got a couple of hours unless it misses us. Fingers crossed it does. But we're making our way out to a local park here. Lovely little spot down by the beach. This park used to be a bird sanctuary. It was a very popular tourist spot throughout the 50s and 60s, perhaps even a little bit earlier, but it's a little bit difficult to try and tell for sure. There is a chance we might come across a few pre-decimal coins or maybe some other objects dropped by the thousands of people that came and visited this place going back in time. Going through my research, doesn't look like the bird sanctuary has been open for the last 40 or 50 years, so some of the objects we find could be fairly deep down, but at least we're not going to be having to deal with quite so much modern stuff. I don't think there's going to be quite as much modern rubbish and the like on top. So we'll grab the detector, the rest of the gear, we'll head on out and we'll see what treasures are in the ground this afternoon. We'll see you at the first signal. Well, we've got our first target here. When I first heard it, I thought it was a cam. Went and investigated. It's not a can. Jumping all over the road. Let's pull back the grass here a little. And we have what used to be the front of a toy semi-trailer. So that is the hood that's now smashed up against the windscreen, and there's the remainder of the windscreen inside there. So yes, some kid has smashed up his semi-truck or train or some toy. Anyway, we'll continue on. I'm gonna give this one a go. It's a pretty confident 16, smallish sort of target, but in single frequency it gets a little bit jumpier than I might like. Sounds pretty shallow. We might be able to locate this one from the surface. Might. Nope. Nothing. Just making sure. Actually, that might be why if I turn my sensitivity back up. Yeah, it's not far down. I'll just pop a little bit of soil up. Feels like we might be dealing with some tree roots under here. Oh yeah, there is a coin. Yeah, it is 20 cents. That's been in there a little while. Let me give this one a go. $17.18, showing 3 depths. does sound like it is a ways down. Just get a little bit of a plug dug here. So useful having the long blade shovel. Alright, let's get this plug turned over. Okay. Let's see what we're dealing with. Now, first of all, let's put this back up and see. Okay, definitely in the hole still, and a bit further down. Thunderstorm still rumbling away in the background there. You're probably not going to be able to hear that, but it is definitely audible here. Oh, that is, oh, that's nice, that's interesting. That's a 303 cartridge. I can't tell if it's got stamps on it. It's definitely been fired. Of course, there's no bullet in the end there. But yeah, I like these. This is neat. Yeah, a complete and relatively, yeah, nicely kept 303 cartridge. We'll pop that in the pocket and we'll continue on and see what else there is. Alright, I found the old roadway that used to lead into the sanctuary, which is this pathway just in front of me, and it goes off in that direction there. Now, there's a couple of signals here. There's one close to the surface that I want to get out of the way, which is just sort of over in that area there. And I think there's another 20 something sort of just down here somewhere, but that could be a mixture of two different signals mixed together. So I'm going to get this one out of the way, and then we'll see if the 20 stays there. So this one's a small target, shallow, 14-15, which is a typical junk response. Not far off the surface. Just pop a bit of grass out, bit of ground out. Not seeing it yet. I think I've hit a rock or something similar. Or maybe whatever this is, maybe whatever I've hit here is actually the 14-15. Just going to try and work it loose. Definitely doesn't sound like it was that far down. But no, it's right, there is a metallic object. Or is it glass? Is that a bottle? We might have a bottle with a cap on it. Is that glass? No, it's definitely metal. But it's not going anywhere. Maybe if I... No, it goes off. Iron object goes off in that direction. Quite some way. Bends. Sorry about the angle here, I'm just fighting with whatever this object is. Makes a full return back around. So it's a loop of some description. I wonder if I can wriggle it loose. I think it's starting to move. probably going to be the top of some sort of cooking implement. It's been down there a while. Throw that in the junk bag. Now, let's pass this detector over again and just see if that tone is still there. All quiet. There you go. So that's actually resolved both targets. Alright, we'll carry on. It's been another hot minute since we've had a decent signal. Lovely tone. Only small. So somewhere across that line. Alright. So I'm going to put it about where I'm digging my plug. Right in the middle of it. This is just off the path a little. Okay, let's flip the plug. Let's see what this target is. Certainly sounding hopeful. Probably the most hopeful target I've had thus far. First, oh, it appears we're in the what is that? I'm not really sure what that is. Shush. I'll be quiet, you. Doesn't really look like anything. That's what it is. It's ringing up 25. Like a hot rock. Weird. Definitely looks, doesn't look like there's any pattern or any uniformity about it. Unless it's just a melted glob of something, but why would it be ringing up at 25? Who knows? That's a mystery we may never find out. We'll carry on. Alright, it's gone dark. The storm's gone around us, so we don't have to worry about that. I've abandoned deep in the park. And I've decided to come back out closer to the road. I've just been walking around for probably an hour without a decent signal, so that place is pretty pick clean. So evidently I'm late to the party on that one. However, out here we have an 18-19 double bouncing. So it's not far from the surface. Typically. It's really not far from the surface. What have we got here? No. It's just a weird pull tab off a can. Yeah. It's the second one of those that sounded alright. Oh well, I'll keep working along this this edge of the park and just see if anything else turns up. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to burn this whole thing. We'll carry on. Right, I've just walked the full length of the park. Nothing on the way. So I smack that. It's a smallish target. It's just in here somewhere. 30s is a 28 to 30 is a good number. Especially when it's associated with a small target. Yeah, just here. I don't see anything. It's a dog tag. Here we go. And that's got a phone number on the back. I won't reveal that number, but there you go, dog tag. Well, I'm not going home empty-handed. Finally got a coin, 50 cents, way up high on the beach. Was ringing up absolutely nothing like a 50 cent. It was a 18-19 signal. Normally 50 cents are a 17, but oh, there you have it. So we're not going home empty-handed. We'll keep going for a little while. We've got a little ways back to the car, but yeah, you never know. We might find something nice between here and there.